Hey guys, it's Hannah here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be breaking down Ixora compared to Lunaya, both fantastic projects by the same developer, Nadia Zaal, the ex-CEO of Barari, the family that founded Barari and now replicating into Lunaya. However, first I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I, for the last 3.5 years, have worked within the off-plan sector, building portfolios and building equity through off-plan investments. This is something I pride myself in being strategic with, and especially within this market. I believe investors need full transparency on what is better to build the equity in a more safe and calculated environment. Right now, we're in unforeseen circumstances. We're currently in a war with no end in sight. However, I must say, Dubai feels normal. However, just coming back from Europe, I know that the media is maybe portraying things in a different way. However, that uncertainty has outlaid and softened the Dubai market, and that's where I want to be transparent. I have built millions for investors through building equity within off-plan investments, and now I am bringing that also into the secondary market where I see strong deals, especially in today's market, and that is why I wanted to compare the Ixoras compared to the Lunayas. Now, what I am going to say is to understand both of these investments, you have to understand Barari itself. Now, a lot of people don't know is Barari was launched 20 years ago. Now, the Zaal family that founded this community really took a risk. While everything was going shiny and new, they decided to concentrate on the greenery and forest, like on this massive, vast amount of land that they had taken just outside of downtown. They spent the next 10 years building and developing a project that you can't even make money on, and that is forestry and greenery. And over the last 20 years, what has happened and where we've really seen value within Barari is how green and how large and vast the trees are. Barari has withstanded 5 different property cycles within the UAE. However, what I would say is year on year, they've become stronger as they have chosen to be singular. Now, what I will also say is there's not really been any community that's been able to replicate it because they have the time and the patience that they spent on the level of trees and greenery to grow. We have new communities like Tel Al Gaf that are trying to bring the greenery aspect to it. However, it's uncompete to Barari that have 20 years of growth within their forestry. And that is really the key aspect that I believe Barari has compared to any other luxury community within the UAE. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Nadia Zaal, who has now come up with the new concept of Lunaya, very similar to Barari with only 564 units within this community. It also has 900,000 square foot swimmable lagoon, much like the bay here in the Ixora and Ixora community. Now, what I think is also a key bit of information that you should know about Nadia is when she came in at a young age to be the CEO of Barari, which is probably one of the reasons she's got the reputation she has, being a strong Emirati woman founder here in Dubai. She came in to help her dad to bring Barari to the next level, and I must say, she did it. She is the reason we have the bay, we have Ixora, we have the hideout and the Ixoras, which I believe is the real reason Barari has really taken this leap of appreciation and lifestyle living in the last 5 years. She's renowned for her other concepts around the UAE, from Nadia Island, Zaha Island, and obviously her partners' projects, 5 Palm and 5 Lux. They've came together with their strategic minds on wellness, luxury, longevity to bring Lunaya to life. And this concept is out by the south. Now, Barari, I'm going to say a few things. It's an amazing community, perfect for people living in around the areas of downtown, DIFC, along with schools of this side of Dubai. Lunaya is a step into the future. We all know the infrastructure that is coming to the south, and it is definitely a look into the future of Dubai's 2040 vision. And what I was saying is both of these developments have the same foundations. They're based on wellness, greenery, longevity, and a hub for where people want to live. The key difference is Barari is a 20-year-old community with maturity, and Lunaya right now is currently a bit of sand. Obviously, nobody knew the war was going to happen. I certainly didn't. And before the war happened, I was pushing Lunaya like there was no tomorrow. I thought it was a fantastic investment. And to be honest, I still do believe it's a fantastic investment. However, circumstances have changed, and we've seen a soften in prices within now Barari. And this is why I wanted to break down this investment, because I believe as a transparent agent in the market, if you are looking to invest in either of these communities, you need to know what's actually going on in the market and not just the benefits of both, because this can really alter or shift making your decision on what is best for you. And this is why I want to break them both down so you can have a clear outline for your strategy that I can maybe help with, or you can decide on yourself. Now, Lunaya, as I said, perfect. It's going where the investment is right now in the south. You can buy apartments, townhouses, and Ixoras, exactly like we've already seen within Barari. The payment plan, amazing. Your apartments are coming in on a 25/75 payment plan on the apartments, and in your villas, they're coming in between 30 and 70 and 40/60. The installments are 5 to 15%, depending again on your payment plan agrees. So it gives you a high leverage appreciating asset over the next 4 years. Right just off Shakeside Road, close to Jebel Ali and Discovery Dunes, both key high-end luxury developments right close to your new community of Lunaya. That being said, Ixora, Ixora's havens. Recently, the apartments here were launched at 1,700 a square foot, and over the last 5 years they've matured and they've been reselling at 3,200 a square foot. We've seen these, the current house that I'm currently sitting in, an Ixora, launched off plan in 2020, was reselling pre-war on the Laguna 11 million, off the Laguna 8.5. That's over 110% appreciation in just 5 years. We've got multiple transactions in the older side of Barari and the newer, where we've seen over 100 to even 800% appreciation. And here's the data to back it up. Barari is just really unique, and especially when we have people coming from the Western world, they love the fact that you're just outside the city in a green, tranquil community that isn't in the hustle and bustle. And that's why the fundamentals of Lunaya work. It's a replica. They know what they're doing and they've done it again. They're already developing and planting trees of 60% of the Lunaya landmass. That shows that their focus is on patience and longevity, building these trees, which most developers forget. They just want everything to look like a concrete jungle. Now, as I said, these were pre-war prices. There is now a short window of opportunity where you can now buy these Ixoras for the current unit I'm in right now, 7 million, water facing around 8.5. That shows a 25 to 35% drop since the war began. It's a softening on price, and this allows investors like yourself, if you're watching this, an opportunity to put the same or similar amount down if you're to buy this product on a mortgage, so around 30 to 40%, than you are to buy this off-plan project. The prices of the Lunayas are coming in at between 6.75 to 7.2, so still slightly less than Ixora's for the same product. However, even though you're paying that little bit more, this allows investors like yourself having that opportunity to have a cash generating asset in a community that's already performed. That allows you a more safer investment, I would say, because we've seen where the prices were, where they were sitting, and during this softening period, if you are holding for the same 4-year handover as Lunaya, you will see the same equity build in your down payment, with the community having confidence and maturity continuing to grow, along with a cash generating asset. We know where the bar was pre-war, we know where it is now. That 20 to 30% is bringing in your capital, and if you buy it on a mortgage, that relates to an 80 to over 100% return on investment down, which I think is a strong investment for any investors right now on the market. That being said, the key component that you must have if you are looking at an alternative option, let's say in Ixora, is the 30% capital down to buy it on a mortgage, whereas Lunaya gives you the opportunity to spread your cost over the next 4 years, 3 to 4 years, in that payment plan. They're not telling you to pay up now and wait. They're telling you, we are giving you a bank account as such to invest in yearly that will give you the pot to then take out a mortgage or the remaining amount in cash come the time of handover. And that is the key difference within these investments. If you're looking to sell within the next 2 to 3 years, Ixora is the only one you should be looking at. However, if you do not have the funds right now and want to have a future investment where you could potentially live, bring up children, have a lovely lifestyle or holiday home in the future, Lunaya is the one for you. It allows you to add to your savings with intention. It's not just a dead bank where you know you're getting interest back. It's intention that this is a property that will bring you happiness, that could bring you cash flow, that could bring you a home for the future, but you need to note that this property will not be able to be sold until the handover in 2029. And that is the key differences that I wanted to highlight you today. The founders, the developments, what they've already produced shows the fundamentals of both of these projects. Absolutely amazing. But if you're an investor that needs cash, capital, and a shorter window, Ixora is your option. If you're looking for long term, if you're looking for a pot to save and a future plan, Lunaya is your option. If you want more details on either of these projects and what you're looking to make in the next 5 years, and I think that's something also to be key and clear on, the market shifted. Any investment you should be making in the UAE market, look at it as if you would in any other market. It's a 4, 5, if not more long-term hold than maybe what it was seen for pre-conflict. If you're happy with that, if you want to discuss it in more information, drop me a message and I'll give you more information. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and if there's any other projects that you want me to break down to highlight the pure investment and not just the highlights of the property, drop me a message and I'll be able to do it. Whether that be the IRR, the equity release, or the profit margins within the next 5 to 10 year timeline, I love doing it and I'll be happy to. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.